Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Partly cloudy conditions and cool this morning, and overall expecting a fairly similar day to what we saw yesterday. Slightly breezier, as we'll continue to see an onshore breeze today, and we'll see clouds building in over the area as we get further into our daytime hours, and we'll see a very slight to a slight chance of maybe an isolated shower popping up around the area, similar to what we saw yesterday. Didn't see anything locally falling here at Wallops, but just north and west of the area, so could see something similar as we move through today. Looking at our current surface analysis, high pressure continuing to build in over the area. That boundary and precip activity off the east coast is going to continue moving away from the area as we move through today. And we'll see pleasant weather as we move through the next few days. Looking at our current conditions this morning, seeing a scatter deck at 2,100 feet, winds out of the north at 6 knots, temperature 67 degrees, and relative humidity is at 87%. Take a look at our current visible satellite. We can see, starting to see that cumulus field developing off the coast, and we're expecting that to push inland, particularly as we see those winds shifting more onshore as we progress through our morning. And again, isolated chance one of those cumulus cells does develop a light shower, but not expecting any lightning today, and that shower is going to be on the low end chance of occurring. We'll take a look at our high-res model for today, and we'll see, as mentioned, generally dry conditions, breezy onshore flow, a chance of seeing a wind advisory today, and we'll see the model does indicate some very light simulated reflectivity over the local area. That's going to be that slight chance of maybe an isolated light shower or sprinkle, but as mentioned, overall should see dry conditions, particularly as we get past into the later part of the afternoon. We'll see that chance of precip really back off, and then we'll see quiet conditions as we move through the overnight, with those skies once again clearing out as we move into the day on Saturday. Overall, Saturday we'll see a slight onshore breeze continuing for Saturday, another comfortable day, and we'll see partly cloudy conditions. And as we move overnight into Sunday, we'll see mostly clear to partly cloudy conditions. Chance for some low clouds or fog early Sunday morning. As we get towards sunrise, we'll see more comfortable conditions once again, but we will start to see those winds turning more subtly to southeasterly to southerly, and that's going to start to bring back in more seasonal temperatures as we get into our next work week. 24-hour weather risk chart for today, similar to what we saw yesterday, looking at a yellow risk for precip as we get between the 12 and 18 local time frame. Again, just a slight chance we see an isolated light shower, should be brief and light if we do see one. Also seeing the yellow risk for our elevated winds for that wind advisory criteria. Do expect those winds to shift onshore, coming out east-northeasterly, 10 to 15 knots with peak gusts up around 23 knots. So can't rule out seeing a wind advisory as we get into the afternoon time frame, and we'll see our high temperature peaking around 78 degrees this afternoon. Once again, we'll see those ceilings right around 2,500 feet as we get into the afternoon, and then we'll see those breaking up as we move through the overnight time frame. We'll see those winds calming down as well, becoming more northeasterly and fairly light as we move through Saturday morning, right around 4 to 9 knots, and we'll see our temperature dropping to below average with a low expected around 66 degrees. And tides running about a half foot to a foot above normal. Weekend forecast, we'll see a nice day for Saturday, partly cloudy with an onshore breeze, a high around 80 degrees. And seeing our green conditions for our weather risks, mostly clear to partly cloudy Saturday night. Chance for some low clouds and fog before sunrise, so yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibility for that chance of that. Otherwise, seeing a low around 65 degrees. And then another nice day for Sunday with partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions. Again, very slight chance to see some lingering low clouds or fog early, but overall expecting green conditions through our Sunday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.